Precision, discipline and patriotism were on full display at the Ghana Military Academy and Training Schools, where the Ghana Armed Forces held a colorful graduation parade for 163 cadets of regular course 63. The ceremony brought together senior military officials, proud families and distinguished guests, including the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, President John Mahama, who served as reviewing officer. In his address, President Mahama charged the newly commissioned officers and the entire Ghana Armed Forces to remain steadfast in their duty to protect the Constitution and uphold Ghana's democratic values.
I wish to assure you that my administration and the entire Ghanaian people stand strongly with you in your bid to serve and protect our nation. Mother Ghana demands your devotion and your patriotic service. Apart from helping to maintain global peace and security, the exposure of the Ghana Armed Forces and its troops to the negative effects of war and undemocratic change in government has been of benefit to national development. It is therefore in order that the Ghana Armed Forces continues to maintain its support for the Constitution and the state and the maintenance of our democratic system of government even in the face of coup d'etats across our sub-region. And that is why today, as Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, on behalf of the people of Ghana, I have worn the uniform of the Ghana Navy to identify with our men and women in uniform. We are in solidarity with you and we will support you every step of the way.
President Mahama reiterated his commitment to fully operationalizing the National Defense University and announced plans to expand its second phase to meet key training and infrastructure needs.
Conceptually, as one of the constituent colleges of the National Defense University, the Ghana Military Academy will receive the needed facilities to achieve its mandate. This intervention will actualize the upgrading of the commissioning course to a postgraduate diploma status for newly commissioned officers. I am committed to supporting the National Defense University to realize its full potential. This specialized institution will run strategic academic courses to support government's efforts for strategic higher education for qualified Ghanaians, civilians, and the military, with a view to accelerating our Reset Ghana agenda.
President Mahama pledged to implement a home ownership scheme for the Ghana Armed Forces.
We'll focus on constructing new housing units in the barracks while refurbishing dilapidated and abandoned military accommodation across the nation. In addition to improved accommodation in our barracks, we will establish the Armed Forces Home Ownership Scheme to provide officers and soldiers with the opportunity to own their own private homes.
He advised the newly commissioned cadets to lead with integrity and remain committed to serving the nation with pride.
To our graduating cadets, you are being commissioned at a time when the sub-region is facing security threats. These threats have the tendency to erode our collective security gains. I encourage you to remain resolute and committed as you work very hard to improve on the legacy left by your predecessors. Embrace that legacy and carry it forward with pride.
Awards were presented to deserving students in recognition of their outstanding performance and dedication throughout their training.